This space station was visible even from the sky, and oh my, that is striking. This is Captain Meister signing in for Atlas log number 2. To begin today's log, I would like to demonstrate that I think I'll be able to fix some microphone issues I've been had with the logging software, which I'll do presently. Should be a little clearer now. I've also learned how to execute a longer jump, like so. Alright, here we are. So I'm able to leap over distances using my jetpack now. Which is quite effective for traversing the terrain and discovering things in the name of Atlas. And now Helen, the handy HUD, has been telling me to leave the planet for some time. And that is what I'm going to do. I spent some time gathering resources, just so that my engines are always fully charged. Alright, we shall now make the ascent into space, after having crash landed after being space jacked. Or so I presume. Here we go! For Atlas. Woo! Alright, System Aniseed in the Euclid Galaxy. What beauty. I didn't realise before there seemed to be possibly moons arrive in. Looks as though that'll be a bit of a long flight, so I suspect that's another planet. There are no moons on planet Squidge, but there is a space station. Oh, this is a fast ship. I'd forgotten how fast she was. Engaging pulse drive. We arrive at the space station in 1 minute. I've arrived at the space station. Wow. It's a giant sphere with an oblong sticking out of one end. And planet Squidge is now some distance away. We hover above this new planet, Teliopilaru. Looks like it might be quite beautiful, but for now we return to the space station. Ah, and another close by planet, Northrasapu Super Asec Ferturba. Teliopilaru notably closer. I'll now enter the space station. Arrival in 10 seconds. Here we go. And the autopilot takes over for the landing as we enter this bizarre floating structure. And it's odd, I've never seen anything quite like this. It's rather beautiful. Alright, it looks like a small spaceport. And so here we are, one step closer to Atlas on my pilgrimage. The door is locked for now. Perhaps Atlas will grant me this battle pass that I hear so much about. Ominous corridor, a red window looking out into the world, into the universe. Hello, sir. Not all that pretty. Greetings, Officer Oong. Isotope. He wants an isotope. The storage vault at the Warrior's Feet shows clear signs of tampering. In fact, an explosive device has been attached to its hinges. The life form sees my shocked expression and yaps in amusement. The bomb needs fuel for ignition, which would most likely blow the vault wide open. The warrior impatiently tries to explain what should happen next. So this guy wants me to help him break into a vault. I'm going to report this suspicious behaviour. And an instant reward comes through the high command. And I've got thermic layer sigma, guarded from extreme cold on frozen worlds, doubtless to be extremely useful on the journey of Atlas. I do need more carbon. Seems to want me to pick these plants for him. Officer Oong, forgive your transgression. How else can I help? The warrior looks as if it might want something dead. Thankfully right now it doesn't feel like that's me. And so I'll request a new word. It's always nice to learn new languages. I learned the Viking word for beast. Another locked door. A strange device on the table. Fills me with warmth and heals me up. A trade terminal. More technology. Beam focus theta. Faster mining. And resource rich materials. Just to record in the Atlas log, I do have the 1,279,069 units now, which will increase slightly as I sell some of the things that I mined from Planet Squidge. And so, that concludes my business here. Intriguingly, my HUD is still showing an indication of something on another planet. Just want to go and look at this. The inside of this space station looks as though it's got some kind of gravitational device at the core. This is what is allowing me to walk on the floor here unhindered. Right, beautiful. Best not tally anymore. Hop back in the Echinokas. And now it is tempting to travel to Telio Hilaru. However, Helen is telling me to activate my hyperdrive. Here we see System Aniseed, dwarfed by the vastness of space. I'm told to travel to Tantayevsk. Further still, too far to jump, so I shall go back to Tantavyevsk. The journey towards Atlas. Perhaps this will solve some mystery for me as we leave Planet Squidge in the dust in favour of a better path. Pilgrimage for knowledge. Two, three trade ships arrive as I do, and now I ought to be able to mine these. Yes, Thamium, extremely useful. Wow, very effective weapon beam. I'll be rich in Thamium, just drifting through the galaxy like this. The controls here on the ship, extremely smooth, very, very easy to navigate. says here that there's a moon. Jarog. It looks like quite an inhospitable planet, not one that I would immediately want to go to, and so we'll travel to this other space station instead, which is very close. This one, like a large three-dimensional triangle, a pyramid, a prism, interesting red, purple markings on it. We enter, the autopilot takes over. It's a familiar structure, some galactic standard for space stations that this seems to conform to. And once again, it seems as though the room to the left is likely to be locked, but we'll find out. Yes, indeed. Ah, I slightly overestimated my capability to fall from high distances, high heights. Here I can hover up onto the platform, and again I assume this will be the galactic standard. Nope, we have some sort of dining room. This is interesting. An empty bar, of all things. Rather odd and unexpected feature of this space station. Another locked door, and so no personnel here. How odd. I don't really need to use this trade terminal, so we return outside. Ah! 2 ships have arrived. Ah, one leaves and another arrives again. Now that's an interesting looking ship. Similar model to mine. Have a look here. Captain Taydinal. Ah, a Gek! Hello, Gek. This is my first interaction with a Gek. Pilot clicks its beak to indicate that it's open to trading. It might also be open to discuss the sale of its starship. It looks a little bit like a moth. Let's have a look. 24 slot starship. A little bit out of my budget, unfortunately. That is a shame, as it is slightly better than the ship I'm currently manning. Let's try take a look at this fellow's ship. Ah, it seems to be another Gek. The same surname as the other one. Perhaps they're brothers who travel together. The ship slightly more expensive. Oh, and this is a very attractive ship. X-ship wings and pink. Quite glorious. Supervisor Angie. Hello. Oh, an interesting hat piece for this Angie. Hello, Angie. He chuckles excitedly and pecks at its trading manifest. He's clearly delighted by unscheduled opportunity to buy and sell goods. Let's have a look at his starship. Still completely unaffordable for me, but a much better ship than the one I'm currently in. I'm noticing a trend here. Perhaps I need some more cash before I consider investing in another starship. So I'll board the trusty Echinokaz. Of course, another starship would help greatly in the journey towards enlightenment. This moon looks slightly more friendly than the planet itself. A quick scan of this system reveals another planet, another moon. No, the same moon. Seems like quite a desolate solar system, and so we'll travel to this Otziba Rizad Nakak. Journey time shortened by the pulse drive, speedy as ever. Helen calculating this will be 1 minute, and we enter. I see a body of water. I believe we'll aim for that as we travel into the atmosphere of Otziba. Wow, this space station was visible even from the sky, and oh my, that is striking. I believe we'll land on this large space station of this moon. Water planet. Water planet. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow, these large eel creatures in the sky. We need to name this place again. My landing here was slightly poor, so I will board the ship again. Oh my, look at the oh, watch out for collisions. Gosh, look at these curious creatures. I will attempt again to board this interesting space station with so many ports available to land. It's a wonder I didn't quite make it before, but here we are. Excellent. So, the first thing we shall do... toxic rain. The first thing we shall do is review the discovery of this creature. It looks almost leech-like, and I presume the low gravity of the moon allowing it to fly freely. Sedate vegetarian leech. Interesting. Would be called the floating leaf leech.
Units received.
Best get out of this rain. Hello, buddy. So I am free from the rain here. This Gek seems to be happy to trade. The small creature is busy adding up trade profits when its eyes open wide in anticipation of our first contact. It pecks emphatically at monetary figures on its pad and bounces up and down. Can't help but notice it smells amazing. I'll give him 10 units. Patting him on the head seems unhelpful. He's thrilled and gives me something in exchange. A new technology. Coolant Network Sigma. Protection from scorched worlds. Now it might be worth taking a second to assess my exosuit and see if I'm able to build some protection from this. I am indeed. I need iron and carbon, both easily bought resources, so let's do that now. Iron and carbon, excellent. Alright.
Item received. Item received.
Let's see if that has left me with enough resources now to build this. It has, and I can protect myself from this damage. So if we step outside here, yes, that is falling. Well, not falling at all actually. It seems as though I'm completely immune to the toxicity now, which is just brilliant. Then oddly enough, No one seems to mind if I simply help myself to the things strewn around this platform, which is very generous of them. Ah! This planet is beautiful. I knew my journey with Atlas would leave me with beautiful discoveries, but I hadn't expected something quite so breathtaking so soon. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. So I'll take a moment now to see if this ship that has landed is within my budget or not. Ah, there are two of them. Let's see. Ah, Captain Tidnall again. Hello, sir. Have you thought again about the price of your ship? He hasn't. Still worth the same. So be it. He hasn't discovered some previously unknown generosity. I'll board my ship quickly as I dislike this toxicity. I'd like to get a much closer look at these leaf leeches, as I have named them. And I'm flying slightly too quickly to achieve that. Although I might well be able to land on one of these odd structures here. I am! And that will bring me much closer to these creatures. And here we have some rather odd plants. We'll rename that, and this thing. Now, it looks as though that planet is scorched and fiery, which is perhaps giving heat to this little moon, which is so hospitable. Have I scared away the leaf leeches? I seem to have done so. They've scarpered. Ah no, there's one. Wow, a low flying ship, like a mosquito. Gosh, that was a close call. They are skittish. And then from this platform we'll have a look and see if we can see anything on the surface of the planet of the moon before we venture down there. I can't see any signs of life, which frankly is reassuring. Although this is a planet full of life. Wow. Oh, what's that? What is that? Interesting. We can scan it. It's a plant. Interesting looking plant, almost like a computer. Oh yes. That was an excellent view of that leaf leech. Wow. Ah, a sentinel. Ooh, can I make it back to my ship? Oh no, oh dear. It seems as though I may have made a small mistake. We're okay. Alright, let's try that again. Yes, we are able to make that. I shall have to be more careful in future. I wouldn't want to be stranded on such a toxic place. And so I shall end this log with a quick fly around of the planet, just to enjoy its scenery and try and get a better idea of what this place offers. Water, which is interesting, and I wonder how deep it is. I said planet again, I did indeed mean moon. We travel here at greater speed, we feel the G's. Oh, we seem to have been caught up on something here. Something down there. Move up to boost speed again to continue the exploration. That is interesting. Ah, so we'll land between this body of water and that strange looking structure there. I'm most immediately intrigued by this large red structure. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I accidentally scanned the plant. There, that's good execution of this jump that I was trying to demonstrate at the start of the log. And here we have aluminium. I'd never seen it in such large quantities. And this, iron. And that is quite beautiful. More aluminium. Make my way over to that body of water. Oh, I nearly fell in a hole. Gosh. Wow, that is slightly scary. The planet sets. And so we'll enter this water. I do hope that it's not at all acidic. We'll soon find out. Wow, that's actually really rather peaceful. Almost as though the moon has filtered out the toxic elements of the rain above. Although there is still some toxicity left, the water is startlingly clear. Excellent. Interesting looking plant. Rasagium Resalirium. Very well. This has been a bountiful journey with many discoveries. And I am unfortunately only one galaxy closer. One solar system closer to the path of Atlas that I've been pointed on. And so I will end log number 2 of the Atlas logs with a quick review of the discoveries I've made so far on this small moon. Purple plant. Green rock. This rather beautiful tentacled plant that I will name Plant 4 Vine.
Units received.
And the others will simply keep their names.
Units
And this must be the musical note vine.
Units received.
And this, of course, a prickly water cactus.
Units received.
And I ought to rename the moon. It's such a strange little moon. It'll take a moment to think of the name. Yes, I think I shall call it Toxic Mushroom Veil Moon.
Units received.
And the system I shall name First Step to Atlas.
Units received.
This marks the end. Mission log number 2. Captain Meister on the moon of Mushroom Vale, signing out.